I'm not here. Huh?
Not here in this monastery, just here. May I speak? I would ask this afternoon, but it's happening right now, so I'll ask now. It's like deep and utter despair / hatred for all of this.
All of what?
Just existence.
What?
Existence. My existence, everything else is existence.
Deep and utter despair.
/ hatred.
/ hatred towards your own existence.
Not just mine, just all of it.
Towards all existence.
And like this is the reason why I'm doing this. To escape samsara.
Yeah, but you have to put that hatred towards the things that produce that hatred. So the kilesas. You have to hate the kilesas that give you that feeling of despair and hatred. So you have to. I mean, if a soldier comes with you with a lancet, I mean, you turn around the lancet and put it on the soldier.
Again?
If a soldier with a lancet, yeah?
It's like a sword.
No, not a sword. These old things, the spikes, I mean, they were called lancet, yeah? and he comes, he comes and tries to kill you. You take that, yeah? And then turn it around and kill the soldier with it. So that means, that the hate, yeah? You turn against the kilesas that produce the hate, yeah? Because the hate comes from, from the kilesas. Yeah? And it comes through thought, it comes through memories, yeah? And these are the things, the kilesas produce, yeah? It's a very fast track, yeah? Using this hate, to advance one's meditation.
So that was my question. Like, usually I'm good at distracting myself from it. Because it's unpleasant, right?
Yeah, of course it is unpleasant, just like Dukkha Vedana, yeah, painful feelings, yeah.
So
first of all, you accept it, yeah. Yeah, you see. I mean, we cannot go through hell, yeah, or we cannot overcome hell if we do not experience it in the fullest, yeah. And we cannot overcome hatred if we cannot experience it in the fullest. We cannot overcome pain if we do not experience to the fullest. Yeah, what is pain? And then once we experience pain, to the fullest, yeah, and then experience hate to the fullest, we can compare them and see that they are the same. They're not different. They feel different. Yeah, it's a feeling. I mean, if you want to cry, cry.
But that's the thing, right?
I mean, you feel sorry for yourself, it's also the kilesa.
It's just you're strongly conditioned that all of these things are bad. And so you have all of the, the avoidance and all that type of thing. That's your remedy for it, which is not, I know it's not the right remedy.
What?
It's not the right remedy to ignore or distract or... So it's actually really difficult to go through it, to accept it. Yeah.
I know, it is difficult, yeah. I mean, and you will not be successful the first time, yeah. I mean, as I said, I mean, you try to fight the enemy and then he comes too strong and then you put up the white flag, but you know that you put up the white flag and you retreat, yeah. And then the next time you try again, yeah, until you can manage it.
I guess it's almost the question of, like, for example, hatred.
Yeah.
The condition is hatred is wrong.
Yeah, but this is, I mean, this idea is wrong. I mean, you cannot deny things that are in your heart.
But I do. That's part of the problem.
Yeah. But that is our Western upbringing. Huh? We don't show our bad sides, you know. When you meet a new guy, a very, very handsome new guy, I mean, you don't show your...
It's not just some new handsome guy. It's
No, I mean, also
every
a
single
girlfriend, or whatever it is, you don't show your bad sides. And you hide your bad sides, until you're married, and then you can show it.
Even then I hate my bad sides.
No. This is completely wrong. Yeah? Accept, I told you, accept whatever is in the heart, yeah? Because by not accepting, you put them in a place where the kilesas have a nice hideout, and from there they terrorize you. You don't want, yeah? I mean, what was it in the 70s, there was a nice, there was, you ever heard of the group Uriah Heep? It was a rock group, a hard rock group, yeah? I mean, and they brought an album out where there was a mirror. And the album was called Look at Yourself. Huh? And there was a song in it, I mean, he wanted to find the truth. And, every stone, he turned up, see, if it is underneath this stone. Yeah? And that's the same thing we have. Yeah? We cannot let anything, be in the heart undiscovered what is. Yeah?
So when this kind of hatred or something arises, like you say, you can't just, well, I don't know, I will say the wrong thing, you didn't say this, but you can't just go around like being an asshole to everybody when the hatred arises, right?
Yeah.
So how is it that you find the balance between feeling and experiencing and accepting the hatred, but not spewing it out onto everybody else?
Only if you don't like the hatred, then you are likely to spill it out onto somebody else.
Yeah.
If you accept the hatred, then you know the hatred is in the heart and has nothing to do with the others. Then there's no need to spill it out to get rid of it. Nah? I mean, there are two ways in the Western. We don't accept it, nah? Or we get rid of it. Nah? Let it out. Nah? In the 70s, let it out, let it all out, let your emotions out. I mean, they thought it was a nice therapy, but it wasn't, yeah? I mean, the more you let out, the more you have, yeah?
Yeah, very clear, yes.
Accepting is a goal, yeah? And it is very painful, yeah? And self-pity is not the way.
But I will criticize myself for crying, like I even think crying is unacceptable.
No, it is acceptable.
It is.
It is acceptable.
But then you're calling it pity.
Pity is something different. It's joy. Yeah, I mean...
Pity. Pity. Which one are you talking about then? PT or pity?
Oh, pity. I was just talking about pity.
Pity,
but the pity...
word.
Yeah, the pity, the Pali word. Nah? And I thought, I said pity is wrong. It's self-indulgence.
Yes, of course. No, I don't feel pity. Well, probably I do sometimes, but it's not.
But you feel sorry for yourself.
Compassion? Is that the same?
Yeah, we have other words, to hide it, yeah?
If there wasn't some feeling sorry for myself, I wouldn't be doing this. I would just go out and try and distract myself from the real world.
Yeah, but you cannot distract yourself forever. Huh? It will sooner or later come out, And, people who just push it into the heart, they will become very miserable persons, and also their body suffers because of it. And you don't want that. Huh? So you want to... It is like, it's like, going into your attic, yeah? Huh? Or into your, how do you call it, photo album, yeah? Huh? Album, or whatever you call it, album, yeah? And you see all these ugly pictures, yeah? I mean, you look at them, and you take them out and you burn them. You look at them, take them out and burn them. But you have to accept, it is part of you. Huh? I mean, if you are all that good, you wouldn't be born as a human being. You wouldn't be born at all. Huh? So there is evil in our heart. Yeah? But if we try to, try not to say, try not to accept the evil because we think we are so good. Yeah? Look at the world, what is going on, because people think they are so good, especially in the West. Yeah? It's only war. Yeah? Because it's always the other person who does something wrong. Yeah? No, it's a projection. Yeah? No, we accept the evil, and there might be something really evil inside us. Yeah? But if we don't see it, this creates a problem. So accept it, yeah? And sometimes you will be surprised, and sometimes you will cry, because, and let the tears run, yeah? And they will stop, yeah? But in order to, and these are not tears of pity.
Pity with the Y.
Pity, the Pali pity, these are not tears of pity, because pity can also, Pali pity can have tears of joy, but these are tears of sorrow. Yeah? Let them run out. Yeah? Accept whatever is coming up. This is the key. Yeah? Accept it. Yeah? Try to bear with it. Yeah? And then examine it, feel it to the fullest, yeah? And then look, what is behind it. Because there's always something behind it, yeah? And then, when you look behind it, you go through, like in the daily reflection, go through until you really see that cornerstone, that creates all these things, yeah? It's like you make your mix, blend of all these different things, and then you get, this hate, But it is mixed, there are so many different ingredients in this mix, So you have to understand what kind of ingredients are in there, and find, the corner that, that makes you put all these things into the mixer and mix it up. That's the work that we do, And I can promise you if you start doing it, there will be 2 years, or there will be a few years, where you really feel down. But if you overcome it, don't you remember, when I started meditation, I went through the same thing, So I came, after 1 or 1.5 years to my mother. And she looked at me and said, "What are you doing? What you're doing is wrong." I said, "Mother, you don't know. You don't understand." And then 1 year later, I came and everything was cleared up. And then she asked, "What are you doing?" See, people are fooled by this outside, We go through very tough times, because we really have to accept all this evil that is in our heart, But accept it in a wholesome way, so that we see it and we understand it and get rid of it, by understanding what causes this problem.
I'm not denying it and not avoiding it. I'm not denying it and not avoiding it.
Not denying, not avoiding, not letting it out, and not distracting it.
Oh, very skillful.
And don't get despair. Despair is the kilesa. They want you to give up. And that actually shows you that the things that you're doing are working. It is a very good sign. The moment, the kilesas want you to give up, despair, they feel, it is against them. And so they create this despair, it's not working, I'm here for 1 or 2 years, and there's no change. It's the kilesas telling us, if you go on like this, you will get rid of me. They produce all these things. This is not the right place, or this is, you see so many people coming. And especially, Westerners are very easily disturbed. Yeah? They don't see, they don't understand, the training. Yeah? And they don't see that it actually brings fruit. Yeah? It brings fruit, but it takes time. Yeah? And the moment the Kalesas tell, I should leave this place, this is not good for my development, or this is not, this is not. Yeah? That's when actually it is the right place because it's working. Yeah? Because they try to make you go. Yeah? They try to make you leave. Yeah?
I do see the first noble truth is understand suffering,
Yeah.
right? I can really see that the nature is to avoid suffering. It's the complete opposite.
That is the complete opposite of the first noble truth. Yeah?
It's very
And
habitually.
But that is how we are trained, and the longer we are trained in this kind of matter, yeah. And in the West, everybody is trained, to look the other way, yeah. I mean, you didn't want to see the suffering of the people who live on the street. You looked away, huh? Oh, the clochards, and all the beggars, and so on. You didn't want to really see them, and you didn't want to get in contact with them, huh? I noticed it, when I was in a big city, Hamburg, yeah, and I started practicing, yeah, and then I made myself, I made myself aware of what is going on. Always being centered around me, what I'm doing. When I moved my head, I was aware, moved my head. Why do you move your head? What do you see? Is it worthwhile? No, and then go back, yeah. And then I saw some beggars or some drunkards, in the park, and I instantly moved my head and, what don't you want to see? That's what you have to look at. So I moved my head back, and looked at it, and it was a painful feeling. You didn't want to see it. I didn't want to see it, yeah? And so I made myself see it. Look at it, Look at the suffering, look at the dukkha of these people, yeah? Until I could bear with it, yeah? And then I went on. It's a tough training. That's why my mother said, you're doing something wrong, yeah? Because I really must have looked, I didn't know that, I must have really looked terrible. Yeah? But that's how you overcome these things. You face them, yeah? And then you deal with them. Okay?